Hey there, viewers! Welcome back to Little Kids Lessons. Today, we're diving into something we all face, those tough parenting moments that make us want to pull our hair out. But don't worry, we've got your back. Let's be real, parenting is hard. It's like trying to juggle while riding a unicycle, blindfolded. Sometimes, it feels like we're just winging it, right? But here's the thing, we're all in this together, and we're all growing alongside our little ones. Think about it. When your kiddo throws a tantrum in the grocery store, or decides bedtime is optional, it's easy to feel like you're failing. But what if we flipped the script? What if we saw these challenges as chances to level up our parenting game? Dr. Ashley Soderlund has a cool take on this. She suggests looking at those tricky moments as our kids showing us where we need to grow. It's like there are tiny, adorable life coaches. Who knew, right? Now, get this, when we become parents, our brains actually change. No, seriously. Science shows that new moms get extra gray matter in parts of their brain. It's like nature's way of giving us a parenting superpower. So next time you feel clueless, remember, your brain is literally rewiring itself to help you out. But let's talk about what really matters. Kevin Heath said it best, as your kids grow, they may forget what you said, but won't forget how you made them feel. That hits home, doesn't it? It's not about being perfect, it's about being there, being real, and showing love. Here's a nugget of wisdom from Sue Atkins: there is no such thing as a perfect parent, so just be a real one. Amen to that. Your kids don't need you to be a superhero. They just need you messy bun, coffee stains, and all. Let's dive a bit deeper into this idea of being a real parent. Ariadne Brill puts it beautifully: parenting shouldn't feel like a competitive sport. It's challenging without any added obstacles. She's right on the money. We're not in a race to be the best parent ever. We're just trying to love our kids and help them grow into awesome humans. Remember, in your child's eyes, nobody does it better than you. You're their hero, even on the days when you feel like you're falling short. So cut yourself some slack, okay? Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room: losing your cool. We've all been there. You're tired, the kids are cranky, and suddenly you're yelling like a soccer coach at the World Cup final. But here's the good news: it's not the end of the world. Tina Payne Bryson, a parenting guru, says it's not about never messing up. It's about how you fix things afterward. So next time you lose it, take a deep breath, apologize, and move on. Your kids will learn more from how you handle mistakes than they would from you being perfect all the time. Here's a pro tip: when you feel like you're about to blow your top, try to pause. Count to 10, take a few deep breaths, or even step out of the room for a moment if you can. It's in that pause that you can choose how to respond, rather than just reacting. Let's talk about self-care for a second. You know how on airplanes they tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others? Parenting is kinda like that. You've got to take care of yourself to take care of your kids. So don't feel guilty about that bubble bath or that solo coffee run. You're not being selfish, you're refueling so you can be the best parent possible. Harold Koplowicz, a child psychiatrist, backs this up. He says that to support a child emotionally, you need to acknowledge your own emotional needs and practice self-care. Your kids are watching you, and they'll learn the value of taking care of themselves by seeing you do it. Here's a mind bender for you: Emily Isfahani Smith says it's not about being happy all the time, it's about finding meaning. And guess what? That meaning is right there in the everyday moments with your kids. It's in the living room dance parties, the bedtime stories, and even in the chaos of a messy breakfast. Now, let's talk about connecting with your kids. Jane Evans drops this truth bomb: when a child can't calm down, they need connection and comfort, not criticism and control. So next time your little one is losing it, try a hug instead of a lecture. You might be surprised at how well it works. Dr. Laura Markham takes this idea even further. She says, before you can correct, you have to connect. Think about it: when you're upset, do you want someone to tell you to calm down, or do you want someone to understand why you're upset? Your kids are the same way. They need to feel heard and understood before they can start to calm down. Here's a big one: how we talk to our kids becomes their inner voice. Scary, right? But also pretty awesome. We have the power to fill our kids' heads with positivity and love. So let's use that power for good. Peggy O'Mara puts it this way: the way you talk to your children becomes their inner voice. So when you're praising your kid for trying hard, or comforting them when they're sad, you're not just helping them in that moment. You're giving them the tools to comfort and encourage themselves for the rest of their lives. Let's talk about mindfulness for a second. It's a bit of a buzzword these days, but it's super helpful in parenting. Being mindful means paying attention to what's happening right now, without judging it. It's about noticing your thoughts and feelings without getting carried away by them. Dr. Dan Siegel and Dr. Tina Payne Bryson remind us that our kids' brains aren't fully formed yet. Sometimes, they're literally incapable of controlling their emotions and their bodies. Keeping this in mind can help us be more patient when our kids are having a tough time. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Be kind to yourself. Pema Chodron said it best: be kind to yourself. And let your kindness flood the world. Start with you, and watch how it spreads to your kids. Here's a powerful idea from Charles Ralston: one generation of deeply loving parents would change the brains of the next generation, and with that, the world. No pressure, right? But seriously, the love you're pouring into your kids isn't just shaping their lives, it's shaping the future. Parenting isn't just about teaching our kids. It's about growing alongside them. As Angela Schwind puts it, while we try to teach our children about life, our children teach us what life is all about. Our kids are our greatest teachers if we're open to learning from them. So, how do we put all this into practice? Here are a few quick tips. 1. Take a breath before reacting to your child's behavior. 2. Look for the need behind the behavior. Are they tired? Hungry? Needing attention? 3. Make time for connection every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. 4. Practice self-care without guilt. 5. Apologize when you mess up. It teaches your kids it's okay to make mistakes. 6. Look for the joy in everyday moments with your kids. 7. Remember that this phase, whatever it is, will pass. Alright, let's wrap this up with a golden nugget from Maya Angelou: do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Parenting is a journey, not a destination. We're all learning as we go, and that's okay. So, to all you incredible parents out there, you're doing great. Really. Those hard moments? They're just chances to grow. Those mistakes? They're lessons. And all that love you're pouring into your kids? It's changing the world, one little human at a time. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.